Hello everyone, my name is Doug and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Speedrunning in Minecraft has become very popular over the past few years, so I just decided, you know what, let's give it a go. I don't have a great deal of speedrunning in Minecraft. I've only really even beaten Minecraft a couple of times, so it should be quite interesting, but I think I've got this. So obviously my first steps here are get wood, get cobblestone, get your stone tools, maybe find an old village here or there, and hopefully get some iron as well. I am doing this voiceover post-recording just so that I can get sort of a retrospective look on things, and also I was quite focused because I've never done this before. To be honest, this first bit was quite boring. I just killed some animals, I got some cobblestone, and I made some tools, so I might speed it up a bit until the first interesting thing happens during this speedrun attempt. So, from what I know about Minecraft, food is very important, and that's the big reason why I think you want to find a village when doing speedrun, which is they have hay. You want to steal all the villagers' hay and eat it all for yourselves, and yeah, that's basically what I did. I managed to find a village, and well, it was actually an abandoned village, which means that I technically wasn't starving any of the villagers this time. So, two bonuses: no dead villagers, and I am fed. There's also a pretty cool ravine which I was going to go down, but then I got distracted by a desert temple which I saw off in the distance, and I decided to go there instead, which will actually prove to be a very important decision later on in the speedrun. All things considered as well, looking back at this was actually a very good seed. I mean, it had villages, it had desert temples, its nether fortress wasn't too far away. The only bad thing about it was I had to run for, I'd say, a good 15 minutes to get to the end stronghold, which was a bit annoying. So once again, I think I'll speed this up a bit, just until I get to the, well, I'll gather up all the hay first, and then I will head off to what I see in the distance to be a temple, desert temple. Now, the main reason why I have actually just sped up clips instead of editing them out is I want it to be clear that there was no cheating involved in this. This was a legitimate speedrun, and actually I'm quite proud of it. I did actually manage to finish in less than 2 hours, which was quite surprising considering the last time that I beat Minecraft it took me about a week. And if you missed there, I just found an enchanted apple. I don't actually know how rare these are in desert temples, but I'm pretty sure they're a rare drop. So that was a big thing to get, and it saved my life later on in the Nether, along with some other things that I found in that temple as well. So all that really happened in the next time lapse that you're about to see is I went mining, I gathered up some iron, I smelted some iron, and I did actually manage to find diamonds, which you'll see deeper in the cave, along with the lava pool, which I used after a lot of fumbling around and mining obsidian with an iron pickaxe. I actually managed to make a nether portal with just some buckets, which I hadn't done before. I'd always just gotten diamonds, gotten a pickaxe, and mined it up, but yeah. So if you didn't actually know, which I even sort of impressed myself with this. You can actually light a nether portal with just a piece of lava and some wood. If you put the lava next to the wood, it will eventually light on fire. And the funny thing is, I went on this, so it didn't look like it was working, so I went on this entire quest to get some flint, to make flint and steel, and by the time I got back it actually just lit, which was quite funny. I don't know what the moral of the story there was, apart from maybe I should just have a bit more patience. So I think I'll speed up again what was about 5 minutes of me trying to make a nether portal. And there we go, I'm in the nether, and I'm actually quite pleased with that. That only took me 20 minutes, which I know that's literally how fast some people can do the entire speedrun, but for me 20 minutes to get to the nether, that's pretty good. So my time in the nether was actually incredibly lucky. I spawned directly into a, what is it, like a warped forest or something. I can't really remember what it's called, but whatever it is, it's green and they have endermen, so that is very good for me. So I basically just farmed enderman for about 10 minutes here, and I'll speed that up because I don't imagine you want to watch towering ender every 10 minutes attacking enderman. So after all that, I had about 12 ender pearls, which I assumed to be enough, because, I mean, what kind of portal would spawn with nothing in it anyway? But little did I know, ender pearl, eyes of ender, in fact, actually, they explode by chance when you throw them. And because it was so far away, I did have a couple of ender pearl explosions, eye of ender explosions. And it turned out I also had a really unlucky portal, so you'll see that in the future. But anyway, I safely stashed away the ender pearls which I'd gathered, along with 1 diamond spare, as the diamond vein that I found before was 3, and I already had a diamond sword as well. So diamond sword's 2, and I found 3, got 1 spare. Anyway. Here I went on a pretty long trek. I can't remember exactly, I think it was about 10-15 minutes, in order to find the nether fortress. And I had a couple close encounters in the nether fortress, I must say. I almost died on about 2 or 3 occasions at least, but I actually managed to get out alive. Let me just correct myself there, it actually only took me a total of 6 minutes to find the nether fortress, which I wish I had that kind of luck on the actual worlds that I play on. I mean, last night, I think literally I spent, I'd say about 3-4 hours searching for a nether fortress, which is quite embarrassing really. So I think what I'm going to do for this segment in the nether fortress is I'll speed up the mundane bits, and I'll let the frightening bits, so to say, play out. So the bits where I get attacked by big skeletons, and there's a whole bridge of blazes when I actually come out to one of the open nether fortress bridges. And during my time in the nether fortress, I do make good use of all of the golden apples, and I have to use the enchanted apple in the end in order to get out alive. So very lucky that I ran into that desert temple and managed to find all of them. Otherwise, I feel like I probably would have lost everything, and then been quite annoyed, actually. Yeah. Two ways that you can look at this situation, which is that it's a good thing because there's a lot of blazes, but also it's a dangerous thing because there's a lot of blazes. It only actually got really dangerous when, in fact, a giant magma cube assaulted me on the bridge, and that's when I had to use the enchanted apple. Anyway, now I collected my 10 blaze rods, I was happy, and I fled the nether. And with all of that now completed, I was in and out of the nether in just 45 minutes. Now, if you didn't know, which you probably wouldn't, I had a goal of trying to actually do this in under an hour, which will prove to be a very ambitious goal for me. But actually, I didn't go too far over. But yeah, under an hour was definitely not reasonable, especially because the end stronghold spawned so far away. Alright, now it's time for a 15-minute triathlon, running time lapse, all the way to the end stronghold. Actually, it's not really a triathlon because I didn't do much cycling. I mean, I guess you could replace cycling with rowing in a boat, but that's as far as you can stretch it, I think. And I finally arrived at my destination, which turned out to be a desert village approximately 2,000 blocks away from the spawn, so quite a distance, if I do say so myself. In fact, I probably spent the most of the time just in this actual speedrun just getting incredibly lost in the end stronghold. This one was really messy. It went all the way down to Y level 3, it went all the way up to Y level 50. It was horrible, this one. So I think I'll have to speed this one up a lot, maybe even times 32. Even then it would still be quite long, I think. But after that excruciating maze, I had in fact found the end portal, and I got very lucky because during my time in the end stronghold, I managed to find an ender pearl, which actually just about made up for this incredibly unlucky portal, which only spawned with 1 eye of ender. And I mean, I had 10 eyes of ender left over after 2 of them exploded, and so with the extra one ender pearl, I actually had enough to finish the entire portal with no extra hassle. And now I did a bit of prepping. I set my spawn point just outside so I could jump right back in, and I put some resources outside in a chest in case I died or maybe I fell off the edge and my stuff got lost. Into the end. I managed to actually get into the end in sub 1 hour, I think, but I had a pretty rough time with the Ender Dragon, or should I say, the Endermen, who seemed to not care one bit about the fact that I wasn't even looking at them. They just felt my presence and they wanted to kill me, which I thought was a bit unreasonable. But I think it's time for a quick montage of me smacking some end crystals on top of the pillars, and I got a couple shots off, which I was pleased with as well. Unfortunately, however, during this montage, I do die. I can't remember if it's the dragon's breath that kills me. It's definitely the dragon's breath that hurts me, but it might have been one of the endermen that finished me off. However, I mean, it didn't really, I don't think it hurt me that badly. Maybe it cost me like 5 minutes at most, but I managed to get some stuff back, and I ended up breaking them all relatively quickly, I'd say. And there it is, the final end crystal. After this is broken, the Ender Dragon can no longer regenerate its health, and it should be quite easy to kill. I find it actually quite funny that how weak the Ender Dragon is once you actually break all its crystals, because it took me right around 9 minutes to destroy every single one of the crystals, and then it only took me 2 minutes to kill the actual dragon itself, which is really quite embarrassing for the dragon, I'd say. So I think I'll speed up the actual stabbing of the dragon. I mean, not much really happened, to be honest. I kind of just sat around waiting for it to land, and then I smacked it a couple times when it did. So, I mean, it went quite easily, all things considered. So this is the final time you'll see the Ender Dragon, as this time when it landed, it died. So there you go. I mean, I'm pretty much done here. The overall speedrun only actually took me 1 hour and 20 minutes, which I am very happy with, considering my original goal was pretty ambitious and it was 1 hour, so only 20 minutes too late. And there you go, I've beaten Minecraft in 1 hour and 20 minutes. This is the first time that I've ever actually done something like this. As I've said before in this video, normally it takes me a good week of actually preparing and I get full diamond armor, so I'm very happy with all of this, and I think this is a good insight on how long how long it takes an average person to speedrun Minecraft. I know this video was a bit different to what I normally do, but still, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Oh yeah, and one final note, I think that this, with me taking 1 hour and 20 minutes, I think it really shows just how impressive those that do it in literally, I don't know, what is it, like less than 20% of the time that I took. That's really impressive, and good job to them.